By 2025, 38,000 additional jobs will require a post-secondary credential for employment. How will Michigan close the gap? We're coming to you today from the Grand Rapids Public Museum in downtown Grand Rapids. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is the president of Talent 2025, Kevin Stotts. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So is this true by 2025, which just seems like a long way off, but frankly, what, 12 years, it's going to go by in a heartbeat. 38,000, is that what the
Yes, that's
statistics
correct, for
were?
West Michigan, yeah.
Just for West Michigan.
Yes.
So, you know, we could probably quadruple that if we're looking at the entire
You're right.
state.
Yes.
Additional jobs out there are going to require some sort of college education, even if it's a two-year type trade degree.
Yes, and that's an important point. If you think about those 38,000 jobs that are going to be added to the workforce or needed to be replaced, those jobs are going to require some sort of post-secondary credential, be it a certificate, an apprenticeship, a two-year degree, four-year degree, or advanced degree. And that's really based on a forecast that we've done looking out to 2025 saying who's in the workforce today, who's aging out of the workforce today, and what are the technical needs of employers today and in the future, because there's been an ongoing increase in the level of education required for every job in every industry. And so it's making sure that the talent supply sort of keeps up with that change as far as employer demand.
That's what your organization would like to do, right?
Correct.
You're sort of trying to get out in front of the curve,
Yeah,
seeing that this is a potential issue.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got 74 employers who are part of our coalition covering 13 West Michigan counties to sort of work with the talent system. So from early childhood to K-12 education, the higher education, workforce development, what are we doing as a region to make sure that we can meet that demand? Because if employers can't find the talent here now and in the future, they may look at other parts of the country to open up operations or move operations. So we want to keep those employers here. We also want to see the region be successful economically, and talent is going to be the strategy for regions around the country to be able to do that.
Well, what are we doing? What are the recommendations, the things that we should be working on to try to close that gap and get rid of this potential problem?
Yeah. Well, it really starts in early childhood. So one is making sure the kids are ready when they enter kindergarten. There's plenty of data that shows if a child is ready for school when they enter kindergarten, they're more than likely going to be successful throughout their school career. Two, if you look at K-12 education, of course we want to see every kid who enters kindergarten graduate from high school, but an important part of it is making sure that kids know what the career possibilities and paths are for them. So how can employers participate in that process to show them the different careers in healthcare, manufacturing, energy, agribusiness, etc. So we're working there. And then with higher education, making sure that the technical degrees and the soft skills that students are learning really lines up with the needs of employers. And so making sure that there's that development process once a child graduates from high school, they're going into some sort of post-secondary education track that's going to be satisfying to them and lead to employment later on.
Well, there is a lot of doom and gloom that we hear right now about the unemployment rates, and there's all these jobs not available, but it sounds like there are all these jobs available. It just there's certain jobs that require certain skills, and not enough of us have them.
You're right. And what we're really trying to do is align talent supply and demand. So the employers are the demand, and the education partners, K-12, higher ed, workforce development, are all trying to develop that supply of talent. So by employers communicating their needs with educators, I think we're having a lot of success starting to align those two systems to make sure that it works out better for employers, it works out for kids at high school or in college or adults in the workforce.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good. Thank you very much.
For more information on today's topic, you can visit talent2025.org. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Kevin Stotts, the president of Talent 2025.